Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone into our Summer School Academy virtual graduation celebration. I was waiting for everybody who said they were going to be here to log on. I see Lenadra here. We have Sylvia here, Dr. Kristen here, Robert, Dr. Bernadette, Janessa, Dana, Clarissa. Welcome, 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 everybody. Everyone who is tuning in right now, put in the chat what city and state you're logging in from. Please put what city and state you are tuning in from. This is just so exciting to see the national impact we're going to be having. All right, we still have even more people coming in. Some of our authors that we're honoring tonight. I had to make sure they were in the room and in here before we got started. Let's see where everybody is tuning in from. We have people from Madison, Wisconsin, Birmingham, Alabama, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Smyrna, Georgia, another Milwaukee, Wisconsin. For those of you who are just tuning in, please put what city and state you are logging in from. I am so excited to chat with you all tonight to hear from our incredible, phenomenal, amazing authors that we're going to be celebrating today. And we still have people joining us from all over. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please put what city and state you are from. Tonight, we are celebrating our summer school graduates. Over the last 7 weeks, I have had the incredible honor of working closely with a group of phenomenal authors. Now, at that time, they were aspiring authors because their book wasn't out yet. Over the course of the last 7 weeks, we have had the most incredible time together talking about book publishing, them actually writing their books and publishing their books. We had training sessions on using the power of AI to monetize your book, on how to turn your book into a speech or an academy, how to monetize your book, how to plan your national tour. It has been amazing. And I just can't wait for you to help me celebrate the authors tonight. I want you to put in the chat if you are excited and ready to go. Just put me or excited in the chat if you are ready to get started with tonight so we can just celebrate the power of sharing your story to impact others. Before we get started, keep putting if you're excited in the chat. We still have people joining us and logging in. Keep letting me know if you're excited to celebrate our authors tonight. And also, there's some of you that are here that I heard might want to write your own book or maybe even a second book. We have some authors that came through this past 7 week academy who this is their second book and they're working on their third. So, if you are here to celebrate one of our authors, amazing. But as you're hearing from our authors, I want you to just think about, hmm, is there something tugging on the inside of me? And maybe it's my turn to put a book out. I want you to pay attention to that tonight because if that's you, we definitely want to connect with you afterwards so we can figure out a way all of us can share our stories. All right, a little bit about me. There's some of you who know me, and then there's some of you who have never met me at all. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Dr. Jasmine Zapata, aka Dr. Jazz, and I am a board certified pediatrician and public health doctor. On my journey to become a medical doctor, I saw so many young people and families struggling, coming in the hospital with suicide attempts, coming in the hospital with things that could have been prevented if we would have been able to reach those individuals before they even got there. So that's how I got started with writing books. And since then, I started a book publishing company where we've now helped over 400 authors write and self publish their books. I have 10 plus books of my own. I've done several national tours, and I'm actually on a national tour right now. I'll be able to share with you guys about a little bit later, a youth mental health national tour. And I work alongside my mother. Mama Jules, we also call her Coach Julia in the community. I get to work alongside of her to help people birth their books into the world, and it's just my incredible honor. So that's just a little bit about me. These are just some pictures of me doing my national tour. I've partnered with authors who have gone on to be on national TV and brought me with them. The biggest joy is when you can take the things that have happened to you in life, when you can put it in a book, not just a life story about your life story, but when you can put it in a way that teaches the top lessons that you've learned and you put it into a form that can help somebody else out, help the future generations, that is priceless. This is me at an event, and I had my youth mental health book, and there were people lined up beyond what I can even see to meet me after I spoke on a stage about my book. These were educators and leaders from across the country, and I got to share my story and my resources with them. Imagine yourself holding that book in your hand. And I'm so excited because the authors that we're going to be hearing from today, they answered the call when I said, I need to have other people doing this same thing, speaking across the country, even internationally, sharing your message of hope, strength, overcoming, inspiration. And the authors that we're going to talk about today, they're getting ready to do the same thing and more. So I'm just excited for the things that are happening in my life. I'm excited for even more excited about the things that are happening in the authors we're going to honor tonight, and excited for you too. So that's just a little bit about me, all the things that I've done, but it's not about me tonight. It's about these people tonight. This is a screenshot that we took on day one of our 7-week academy. Look at all these beautiful, bright faces. And just to know that 7 weeks later, these authors are have their books out is just so extremely incredible. And I am just so excited to honor them and talk with them tonight. So if you are ready, say, I'm ready, because we're going to actually bring up our first author that we're going to have a chat with. If you are ready, say, I am ready. Let's see if anybody else is ready or if it's just me. We're going to bring up to the stage Dr. Kristen McAlpine Tesfaye. All right, let's give her a hand. Yes, Dr. Kristen. All right. And let's just all tonight is about is giving love. We want to support these authors. We want to connect with these authors. They might be able to do some partnerships with you. You might be able to bring them to your cities or collaborate or work together. So please show it's all about love tonight. So welcome Dr. Kristen to the stage. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
Excited.
So I just want to ask you, in your own words, tell us, who are you and what is your book about?
Yes. So, so I'm Dr. Kristen. I have twin daughters. They're 14. They do have special needs. One has more physical needs. And so being a mother of twins with special needs, definitely has given me a special place in my heart to really want to encourage, empower, and uplift other people.
Mhm.
For that, I'm a pediatrician. And so again, going through the journey as a pediatrician, working with the schools, working, through healthcare, I've just learned a lot. I've learned a lot. And so wanting to share what I've learned with others. And I also want to point out the community that has come to support me today because I've learned a lot through those who have supported me. And so my teammates at my job, and just want to say thank you to everybody who's here. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And so now you don't just have one book, okay? You had already worked with us to publish your first book earlier this year, came through summer school for a second book, and you're about to release a third book. You have a trilogy. I need to hear about all of them. So let us know about like your books, please.
Yes, absolutely. So I got a chance to work with Dr. Jazz in the past on my first book, Love Is. So, an invitation to transform your perspective on love and strengthen your faith. And at the time, I've been on a several-year journey of just strengthening my faith in God. And
Mhm.
God really put it on my heart to write a book about love. And it was more like the type of love and grace for yourself and others, and
Mm.
using First Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. So, love is patient, love is kind. But what does that truly look like in the day to day, especially raising kids with special needs, especially going through, the day to day of work, and how are you able to be a better person to yourself and others? And so it's more just looking at it from a different perspective. So that's the
Okay.
first book.
That the first book because you have multiple. Okay. And let's give some love for that. Does anybody know anyone in their life that could use a book about love? Love is patient, love is kind, talking about that. I know your book really helped me through a tough time I was experiencing a couple months ago where I needed to show love to somebody that it was very hard to do that. So thank you so much for that. And tell me about the second one.
Yeah. So the second one, so again, the shout out to my work community, because I was able to really lean into people who believed in me when I didn't always believe in myself, and was able to seek out a promotion and received it. And one of my colleagues made the comment, when the timing is divine, then a queen will move. And it really struck a chord with me. Like, sometimes we need other people to believe in us for us to believe in ourselves. And so
Mm.
that's kind of how this book was birthed. And so the name of the book is When the Timing is Divine, A Queen Will Move. And so it's here. um, and embrace your God given identity, trust his timing, and move boldly in your purpose. And I just really wanted, this one's more geared toward women, but I really wanted to empower young women and women to, not really question God, like actually truly hear what he says, have the confidence to move in comfort, and just knowing like who you are is enough, and who you're becoming is also enough. And so I use the 7 crown moves. So claim your crown, do the work, surrender, let go, and let God. Recognize your excellence, the gift of your presence, sacrifice, and fix your crown and hers. So I just really wanted this to be a very empowering and uplifting book. So
Yes. Okay. That is so amazing. I love the cover. It just really speaks to me. And some other people who were looking at that cover mentioned the same thing as well in our cohort. So just so proud of you, so excited about that book. And we've already talked about the collaborations that we need to do.
yes,
One of my book series is a girls empowerment movement book. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait till we can do some events together. So I'm just so proud of you. Congratulations.
and then the last book that will be coming out, God really put it on my heart to just write a book of poems, so like prayer poems. And it just kind of was like a download. And so I love writing poetry. I did it mostly as a teenager, kind of put it to the side and really started to lean into it again. And so coming up will be a book of prayer poems. So God bless my heart, a collection of prayer poems for spiritual healing and strength in seasons of weariness.
Yes. Well, that is so wonderful. Congratulations for that trilogy of books. And I want you to tell us now, what can we expect for the future? What are some of the things you're excited about for the future with this trilogy of books? What do you have coming up? And then finally, how can people support you? How can people get connected with you? And then anyone who is here, if you actually have some questions for Dr. Kristen, I want you to put it in the chat. We'll have time for it, even if it's just a couple questions. Please, if you have questions for Dr. Kristen, please put it in the chat. And if you don't have a question, just give her a word of love or encouragement. Okay, over to you.
Yeah, so with these books, and particularly the A Queen Will Move, I really want to do workshops and work with different cohorts and groups to provide structure of like empowering and uplifting women, particularly with the crown moves. I hope to offer virtual options as well, and then speaking engagements. I would love to do that, with the first book as well, Love Is. And so using these books in different niches and areas where it's needed. So church communities, colleges, universities. Yeah. whichever environment, because I feel like they can be used in every aspect. So, mhm.
Oh, yes, that's so amazing. Everybody's saying, congratulations, Dr. Kristen. We have Dr. Bernadette gave you a shout out. She's another member of the Motivational M.D publishing family that has several books and doing amazing things. And she said, congratulations. Santana says, so proud of you. Lenadra is so proud of you. Congrats, beautiful. So just so excited. And can you share, maybe in the chat, can you drop the link? I know you have the QR code up on the on the screen, but can you also share your information perfectly? Perfect.
Oh,
Just tell us a little bit about the best ways for people to support you and connect with you.
okay. So if you go to the website docmom-md.com, everything is there, except for the third book that will be coming up. Um, and then I hope to have my author celebration in October. And so if you go to the contact me, which I put the link in the chat as well, and give me your information so that if you want to attend the celebration, I'd be able to get that information to you of exact day and time and location. And then if you want an actual signed book, you can go through my website or you can buy on Stripe for each of those. So those links are in the chat as well. If you prefer Amazon, Love is already on Amazon. So that link is in the chat. And then the next book will be coming out. So if you again go to the contact me and you're interested in that particular book, we'll be able to contact you once it's out.
Yes. And you also have, and you're still having people log in that are here to support you.
Mhm.
I want to I want you to share with everyone one more time for anybody who was straggling in late, one more time, just what advice do you have for other people who want to become authors or think about writing a book, and any closing words that you want to say?
Yeah, absolutely. When I thought about writing a book, I was very hesitant, and I was actually thankfully had the opportunity to talk with Dr. Jazz, and she was like, "You should totally write a book about this." And it just really gave me the encouragement, motivation, and confidence to see in myself what she saw in me. And so I would say if that's really on your heart, please lean into it. Your book is going to help somebody when you least expect it. Even things with my first book, areas where I didn't feel were the strongest in the book really have had an impact on other people. And so your book and your story and your life really does impact others in ways you would never expect. So, yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
amazing. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kristen. And I also want to thank you as well because you are somebody who is such a supporter and an encourager. The next person that we're going to invite up to the stage, who is another powerhouse, the very second person who signed up for summer school, you were just very supportive of this individual, encouraging them, like, come on and join summer school. And you were just so supportive and encouraging. And so I just want, before we bring, well, we're going to bring this next person up. It is the fabulous and amazing Lenadra Johnson. Um, and so I'm going to bring Lenadra up to the stage. But before you leave stage, Dr. Kristen, can you just give Lenadra any words of encouragement as an author? And we'll hand it off and then I'll interview Lenadra. But I just want to allow you to just say any love or words of encouragement to Lenadra.
I'm just really excited to see what God's doing in your life. When we had the initial meeting, we did like an initial like chapter piece, and it brought tears to my eyes. And God is really doing something in you, and so that's why I had so much encouragement because I'm like, you're something special. So please lean into this. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kristen. And now let's show some love for Lenadra in the chat. I saw some people here who were here to support her, telling her she looks good and amazing. Let's give some love for Lenadra. Hey, girl, how are you doing?
Hey, I was trying to unmute. Somebody's calling me at the same time. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I was trying to unmute while Christian was talking. First and foremost, thank you, Christian, for those kind words. Thank you, Dr. Jazz, and thank you, everybody who was here supporting all of us. This is a surreal moment. And I'm so excited to be here. I'm humbly honored. I'm honored to be amongst you and to be in this position to be able to share my story with the world. So, yeah. Thank you again, Dr. Christian, for what she kind of mentioned to those of you who heard her is that, we joined the class together. I actually know Dr. Jazz, not closely until now,
Yeah.
but, when we were growing up, we attended Sunday school together back in Milwaukee. And I found her on Facebook. One of her ads popped up a couple years ago and had been following her. I actually met with her mom. Her mom introduced me to one of the method that jazz uses to help people to get their books out and out and about. And I have been, holding on and thinking about like, man, like, should I really do this? Can I really do this? And God just placed it on my spirit again for me to do it. And I'm just so happy to be able to have connected with her. And Christian actually gave me that extra push that I needed to go ahead and say, do it. Don't let anything or anyone get in the way. There's no excuses. I'm going to support you. And she did, and didn't even know me from a can of paint. So again, I humbly am grateful for you both.
Yes. And I just love supporting one another, just seeing people support one another. We're not in competition. We need to all support each other because ultimately the goal is to impact lives, empower people, inspire people, and we need to do it together. So I just love that.
Absolutely.
But anyway, girl, let's get to this book. First of all, in your own words, tell us who you are and then what is your book about?
Yes, so I am Lenadra Johnson. I'm branding Lenadra J. And I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, reside in Arizona with my husband. We have four amazing children. And I've been in the financial services industry over the past 17 years. This book that I wrote is Grace Under Pressure. And it's specifically, giving a guide to the youth that I wish I had through the things and the journeys, the trials, the tribulations that I went through in life. Just wanted to be able to pass it forward and help the next generation. We always say we wish there was a book on parenting, or we wish there was a book on this, that, and the third. Well, now we have a book to prepare our youth
Yeah.
for the next stage after high school.
Yes. Okay. And what gave you the inspiration to write this book?
That has always been something that has been on my heart. And, navigating through life and just trying to figure out what we're purposed to do. A lot of times, not even a lot of times, just in general, we are expected to have it all figured out at such a young age and so much pressure, right?
Yeah.
Hence, grace under pressure, so much pressure to have it all together. And nobody really walks you through the process of how to navigate, how to prepare, finding what interests you, and so many other things. So I just wanted to be able to, shed light on that, to, give some type of guidance and support that our babies need.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And what are the big things that are not you want to happen, the big things that are about to happen? You're already doing some of them, but what are the big things that are about to happen as a result of this book? Give us a glimpse into the future.
Yes. So I'm not on this journey alone. I did pull my husband in, and he's also going to be speaking tonight as well. So one of the big things that are on our plan, our to-do list is to go on a joint tour together. And that was actually, that jewel was dropped by Dr. Jazz when, we met together. He thought this was all about me, and it was not. So that's one of the big things that we're planning together is a joint tour. Definitely more courses, more speaking engagements, just global impact, and just the ability to reach more people with this story. And even though it was specifically geared towards high school students preparing for college, it can also help those that are in college and even adults who are going through a transition in life and trying to figure out their next best move. So I'm just excited for it all.
Yes, amazing. And how I love that you mentioned your amazing husband that we're going to pull up next. That is the funniest story of how I got connected with him. I can't wait till we share that story. But before we pull him up here, can you share with us how can people support you? Where can people order a signed copy of your book? And just in general, stay connected?
Absolutely. So I am on Facebook and I'm on Instagram as well. I am Lenadra J on Instagram, Facebook, Lenadra Johnson. Right now, I do have the book. It is published and on Amazon as well. However, if you would like it to be personally signed and shipped out from me directly, I do
Mhm.
have a link here that I'm going to drop in the chat for you. And my website is under construction at the moment, but it will be ready to go soon.
Yes, amazing. And what advice would you have for other people who are thinking about writing a book? They have a story inside of them, or multiple people have been telling them, you need to write a book. Anybody who's thinking about writing it, but they've been nervous or they haven't done it, what would you say to them? Especially just considering 2 months ago, you didn't have your book out and now you're holding it. What
Mhm.
advice would you have, especially looking back over the last 2 months, if people are sitting in the seat that you were? Have a book in their heart, but it's not out, what would you say to them?
That's funny that you said that because, like you said, it's about everybody and we need to come together more. So there are several people on this call that I've been already telling them like, hey, you got a story in you too. Like, let's go ahead and write that book. Same thing I told my husband. It's like, we can't all tell our children they can be who they want to be. They can do whatever they want to do, but yet we're not doing it ourselves. It's pretty hypocritical. And then at the end of the day, we don't know when our days are going to be over. So we can't die with them inside of us. So if you
Mm.
have something that's on you, you all have a story, you all have something that you've overcame, you've went through, you're going through, and there's somebody else that needs that advice, that needs that information, so that way they can navigate and they can, level up in their lives. So if anything I can give you is don't hold back and utilize somebody as amazing as Dr. Jazz and her
Aw.
mom, Coach Julia, to just get that out of you. There's different ways that she can educate you on how to do that, and you'd be surprised at what you can do in such a short period of time. Because she definitely put that pressure on us, and I was like, "Whoa!" But
Uh-huh.
we're doing it. We can't turn back now.
No,
So
you can't turn back. And it's hard, it might be hard to see because my background, but look at me holding Lenadra's book.
it's
It's
so
so
pretty.
amazing. Oh my gosh. When I see you in person, I need you to sign it for me.
I got you. I got
Okay. Look at this by Lenadra J. And she's looking so beautiful. Looking so beautiful on the back. Look at how beautiful.
you.
Yes, yes, yes. So I definitely need you to sign it. I'm so proud of you to know that 2 months ago, we were on a call like this and I was interviewing you about what one of the chapters could look like. And now, 7 weeks later, it's like a literal physical thing we can touch and feel and sign. This is going to be amazing. And
Absolutely.
I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you so much for
Yes,
all your support. I really
yes,
appreciate it. I love
yes.
you.
And there were some people, I appreciate you too. You mentioned you knew some people who were interested in writing a book. I put that link in the chat as well. If
Okay.
anybody is interested in writing your own book, we have so many different ways that we can help and support, lots of different exciting things coming up. We do free consultations about your book and hear about what you want to write about, share with you our different programs and avenues. So if you are thinking about writing a book, or even if you have a book out, you want to write your next book, make sure to go to that link. So thank you for reminding me to drop that link, Lenadra, and I
Absolutely.
appreciate everything. Now,
Thank you.
here's the funny story. When we were so excited when Lenadra signed up and she had um a consultation with us, like a meeting, and she was like, "Well, I don't even need this anymore because I already signed up, but I still have this slot on your schedule. Let me bring my husband on here." And so he just thought he was coming to listen in, but long story short, we done got him to sign up, and now his book is out too. I'm going to pull up to the stage someone I have just got to know over these last 7 weeks, but it has been the most incredible journey to get to know this young man who is doing phenomenal things. He's the leader of his household, father of these four incredible kids, does so many things. I'm going to let him tell you about so many powerful things in our nation and communities. And now with this book out, is about to just change the whole game. And this is definitely a power couple here. But before we hand it over to the amazing Mario Johnson, Lenadra, just like we did with Dr. Kristen, can you just give a word of encouragement to this powerful author before you leave the stage?
I was gonna say, wait, you gotta unmute me. Um, don't dim your light for anybody. Continue to, you know, get your words out, get your vocals out, get the lyrics out, get the books out, everything that God has placed within you. Continue to release that to the world because there's power in you, there's power in your words, and there's people that are waiting for it. So I'm so proud of you and what's to come, and I love you.
Yes, thank you so much, Lenadra. And y'all make sure to follow them because when they're doing this joint tour together, that is going to be something absolutely incredible and amazing. So thank you so much. All right, let's get you off mute. Mario, how you feeling tonight? How are you doing? Okay, try to it should ask you to if you want to unmute. And people are in the chat saying, keep going, Lenadra, inspiring so many. Y'all better be a power couple. Congrats, Mario. Yes, congratulations. A lot of people are saying, amen, amen, amen. All right, let's see if you can hit the unmute button. I sent a request so that you should be able to unmute. People are still saying, congratulations, congratulations. And you know what? Every time we start to have technical difficulties, that means that it's about to get good. That means that Dr. Kristen's book's about to change the world. Lenadra's book is about to change the world. Somebody in here needs to hear what Mario is about to say. And Mario is not only an amazing writer, but he is about to start his own podcast. He does spoken word, he does rap. His voice is so powerful. And look at what's trying to happen. Something's trying to silence him. That must mean that it's going to be great. So we're not going to let this hold us back. We're going to figure out how to get Mario off mute. Maybe he'll leave and then come back. So I want to ask everybody in the audience, what was one of your biggest takeaways so far from tonight? You heard from Dr. Kristen, you heard from the powerful Lenadra. What's just one of your takeaways so far? Let's see what your takeaways are so far. Um, Bernadette asked a question, what is the author celebration? Is it a book launch? Yes, Kristen said it's a book launch. She's celebrating all her 3 books together. Dr. Kristen has 3 books and she's going to have a book launch party, a celebration for all 3 of those books that came out. What are some of your takeaways from tonight? Put that in the chat. At least one takeaway that you have. What have you been learning so far? Vanessa says, I'm so happy for y'all to watch y'all. Ooh, the comments are going so fast. Grown up from a young lady and a young man to such a powerful grown woman and man. I'm so proud of y'all. I love y'all. That's from Vanessa, and that is a special message of love to Mario and Lenadra. Dana says one of her biggest takeaways from tonight is to continue with your dreams. Yes, that is amazing. Continue with your dreams. And then who else do we have in here? Different people are just saying hi, 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 which is great. So while we are getting the tech issues together with Mario, y'all stay tuned because his voice is so powerful. It's something trying to stop him from speaking tonight. So we're going to work that out. But what we're going to do is we are going to now pull up one of the other phenomenal, incredible authors in the Motivational MD publishing family. This is someone who actually joined and had a very quiet voice at first. And I was wondering, like, what's he gonna do? And after I got to know him for 7 weeks, I was just blown away by the power in his story, the things he's getting ready to do, a powerhouse. Let us welcome to the stage Jazz. Everybody, we're name twins, which is just so amazing. So, welcome to the stage, Jazz. How are you feeling? How are you doing on tonight?
Hello, hello everyone. I feel good. I feel great. Thank you everyone for joining and just ready to get to it. I'm excited.
Yes. And in your own words, tell us who you are. Give us your government name. Tell us who you are. What is it that you do? And then I want to hear about your book, which is just phenomenal. You were, I believe you're the only author who you made no, you weren't the only author. Our two men authors, you and Mario, put your picture on the front cover, and it's just stunning, sends a powerful message. Tell us who you are, and then tell us what your book is about.
Yeah, so I'm Jazz. Here from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. Entrepreneur as well. Have, jumped in, several businesses over the years and connected with Dr. Jazz over the past month, and she has been amazing. But as far as my book goes, it's really a autobiography slash testimony, self-help book as well. So I talk about, my life, experience growing up and, certain hardships I had to go through, perseverance, what else? Overcoming negative thoughts. It's faith-based as well. So there's a lot of scripture in the book as well. And also how the Lord, Jesus Christ saved my life a couple years ago. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of information in the book, and I believe through my testimony and my book here that I can, save souls and lives. So I'm excited.
Yes. Okay. How long had you been thinking about writing a book?
Oh, 8 years. Yeah,
Mm.
so it's been in my spirit. I believe the Lord has put it in my spirit for the past 8 years, but
Mhm.
now that I think back on it, there has been certain parts of my life that he has made me wait for to
Mm.
complete the book. So if I would have, wrote the book 5 years ago, it wouldn't, have the same impact, I feel like, as it would now. So
Mm.
everything happens for a reason. And I believe the Lord is guiding, all of our steps. So
Yes. Okay. Well, the fact that we were able to meet, I remember I called to see, like, hey, do you still want to do summer school? And you were so excited to join. And actually, you joined, it was either the day before or the day it started. You came in at the buzzer saying, now it's my time to get there. Looking back over the last 8 weeks, what is like the thing you're the most proud of yourself about? Or how do you feel looking back over the last 8 weeks?
man, I would say just taking a leap of faith. And this could go for like anyone else on this call who, may have a book in them or a story, or, you've been like debating. It may not even be a book. It could be like a business you want to start, or, whatever you want to do in life. I would just say do it. Like
Mm.
sometimes you have to turn your mind off and actually like act on things and move your body, because the mind, like you can face all these negative thoughts, and that's something that I cover as well, like in my book, is like how to overcome negative thoughts through the word of God as well. So sometimes you get sometimes you have to just do it and turn your mind off and just do it, because if you don't, you'll go back and forth and you're dealing with the negative thoughts and this and that. But sometimes I would just say do it.
Yes, just do it. Somebody put that in the chat to just do it. I believe somebody needs to get that released in their spirit. in their hearts to just do it, whether it's you thinking about writing a book, whether it is you have a business you want to start, whether you know you need to be out there speaking, whether there's a course that you have on the inside of you, whatever it is, let's put that in the chat now to just do it. Just do it. I love that. That's great because there are a lot of people who are in fear. We've met a lot of people who said they want to write their books, but it's just something holding them back, whether it is they're nervous to invest money to start a new business as an author, whether they're scared of what the world is going to think about them, whether they're nervous that they don't know how to do it. There's a lot of people who have been thinking about a book for years, but something I just really admire about you, you were like, I need to just do it. And you did it, and your book is out. Did you get your copy that you ordered yet?
I did. I did.
Okay.
I'll show you. I
Okay,
don't know
you
if
got
I
it.
show you guys.
Let's see it. Let's
Yeah, so
show
this
the
is it.
people.
This is it here. So Manasseh, this is it here. Um, so yeah, it's available. Pre-order on my website. You can go to manasseh.com. It'll be available for pre-order. Shipping the books out. End of August, so they'll arrive early September sometime, hopefully. And I definitely want to sign each and every copy. It's available on Amazon as well, so you can type in Manasseh on Amazon, and it'll be available as well. But I definitely like from my heart, I definitely want to sign like each copy. But I know that's not possible all the time. So
Yes. And what just give us another sneak peek of the exciting things that you have planned over the next year. Like what can people expect from you? What are the big things you're going to be doing?
yeah, so first and foremost, we definitely have an event here in Chicago. Where I'll be signing books. It's going to be open to the public as well. So we're
Mhm.
going to have a book signing event here October 17th, which is on a Saturday here. Um, More than likely, I'm going to post it on my website with like the location and all that as well. I'm definitely planning on going on tour next year. Like I said, I'm trying to get my word out and get my story and my testimony out to reach as many people as possible, and yeah, save lives, and hopefully souls as well. So yeah, that's about it.
Yes. There are so many churches that you could go to, and especially mega churches. We
Mhm.
had another author in the Motivational M.D publishing family who wrote a book, got invited by a large church, and they bought 1,500 copies, which is crazy. And so I just see so many great things for you, mentorship programs, partnerships, and not just a national ministry, but an international, global impacts.
And one more thing I wanted to say, like,
Yes.
I'm definitely a shy person. It took me a while to warm up, but like for anyone else, like even if your like personality is you're an introvert, you're laid back, you're shy, or you can do it as well. So for anyone who feel, that they may not, be a great public speaker, or you may, be shy to get your story out or your book or business or whatever. I just feel like the more you do it, the more it becomes easier. So that's all I have to say.
Yes. Oh, that is incredible. And anything else you want to share that I didn't ask about? I'm just so proud of you. You were just always such a sweet, kind spirit, encouraging everyone else, getting your homework done. You were always on top of it, and we're just so proud of you. 8 weeks ago, we didn't even know each other, and now you are holding your book in your hand, and oh, I'm just so thankful. But anything else that I didn't ask about that you wanted to share?
Yeah, this is for, everyone on the call. Man, Dr. Jazz is amazing. She pushes you, she's very encouraging, she's motivating. Man, I can't even think of any other positive words to say about her.
Oh,
But so many. And then shout out to all the other authors on the call. Dr. Kristen, Mario, Lenandra, Joy. I'm not sure if she's on the call as well, but we pushed each other. I feel like, because when you are, surrounded by other, like-minded individuals, like it helps you out so much and it pushes you to get things done. So, thank you, everyone.
Yes. Well, let's give a hand for Jazz. And please, Jazz, put your link in the chat so that everybody can know where we can get your information, like how people can connect with you, how we can get your information. All right. All right. And so now we're going to talk with another author. This author is Dr. Faith. Dr. Faith is so incredible and amazing. I've been working with Dr. Faith for a few months, and she decided that she wanted to join the summer school as well to finish up her book and to actually learn about how to take her book and go on national tour. We had a great session on using the power of AI to monetize your book. She is so phenomenal and so amazing. So we are going to add Dr. Faith and bring her to the stage. Everyone give a powerful hand clap for Dr. Faith. Show her some love. And how are you doing tonight?
Great. How are you guys? I'm excited to see everybody. And
Yes.
congratulations to everybody and holding your book. I love what I'm seeing. So,
Yes, yes. And you are so busy. You got so much stuff going on, and you are changing lives. You are an actual medical doctor doing some powerful and amazing things. In your own words, Dr. Faith, tell us who you are and what is your book about?
good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Faith Ahuba. I'm a board certified OBGYN. I also have my own women's health company helping women with fibroids. So that has been taking a lot of my time. It's a startup. So the book that I have is actually about fibroids, addressing the issue as a national crisis and also helping women process what they're going through is also a journal built in one in the book. So I spent July, which is Fibroid Awareness Month, doing a lot of advocacy work. But that is what my book is about. It's actually the second book about fibroids that I have. The first one was faith-based about the woman with the issue of blood. So I wanted to talk about that too, but I'm happy to be here.
Yes. And tell us a little bit about why are you so passionate about the topic of fibroids? And I know as your role as a board certified OB-GYN doctor, you deal with it, but just give us a little bit more about why should people care about this issue? Why are you so passionate about it?
I suffered with it and went from 30 being removed to pregnant in 3 months. So that's my personal story, but I'm passionate about it because it's missing from the women's health conversation at large.
Hmm.
But it's the number one reason why we do surgeries as OB-GYNs. So
Hmm.
there's a huge disconnect as to why women get it, how to manage it, how to treat it. Lupita and Venus Williams have used their platforms to bring, more awareness to it. So, for example, in July, you couldn't get on Instagram without seeing something about a fibroid, right? And so I think that the book and more physicians talking about it from innovative angles will help provide more solutions to the issue because it probably affects more people than you actually think it may. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that is definitely a big issue. And some people suffer in silence,
In
don't
silence.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And tell us a little bit more about you've been speaking a lot on this topic. You're in the final stages of getting that book in your hands. You're booked and busy. You're not only treating patients, but you're flying all around, going to conferences and speaking and doing great things. Tell us, as a result of your book, what are the doors you are, I don't like to say hoping that will open up. What's the next 12 months getting ready to look like for you? What big things are you going to be doing with your book and with your mission?
So I've garnered the attention of some high level partners and collaborators
Mm.
for my startup and was invited to a conference to potentially speak. And they were asking about having my book there as well. And some of these strategists are like part of Fortune 500 companies. So it's been one of those things of just kind of positioning yourself very well. So I believe that having a book is something that everybody needs. You have a story to get out there,
Yes.
whether personally or professionally. You never know what doors may open up for you. So I've had people on the professional side actually asking me, when is the book coming out and how can we get it? So I'm excited about that.
Yes, yes. And what tips would you have? Your whole manuscript is done and finished. What tips do you have for people who are thinking about writing a book about something that might be personal to them? What kind of pushed you over the edge to say, this was something personal happened to me, but I got to share my story? What tips would you have for people who are hesitant to put themselves out there and share their story with the world?
Work with you. I would
Oh,
say
okay.
work with Dr. Jazz. Like, no, I'm like all jokes aside, seriously. There was a comment you made that really like it stuck with me and it touched me. I think it's in the beginning where it talks about like who is the person on the other side, like who is waiting for you, and so this is not about me and my
Yeah.
personal story. It's about who is going to help.
Uh-huh.
And they're literally suffering and waiting for you because you can't put the book out into the world yet. So
Mm.
birthing it. I know you're a PD, I'm OB, and I'm like, we've been trying
Hmm.
to birth this, so it's nothing,
Yes.
So like honestly, I would highly, I think you're an amazing person. I think that you truly, this is definitely in alignment with your calling to help us accomplish these things. So I would say it's not always about you, but it's about the other person that you're going to help.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And let us know. I really, really appreciate that. It's just been so amazing working with you. One of the programs that we have to help people write their books. And it always reminds me of you because you're an OB-GYN. It's called the Delivery Suite. We do a 2-day intensive. This summer school was a 7-week program. We actually have a 2-day, like a weekend program called the Delivery Suite,
Mm-hmm.
where people over the 2 days, we say you're going to birth your book into the world. And it's amazing. So I appreciate that you allow us to guide the delivery process. You are so
Mm-hmm.
coachable. You are always open to feedback. Even when we give you tough love, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I need. And so we just love you so much. We're so proud of you and thankful for all that you are doing. So how can people get connected with you? And yeah, how can people get connected with you? Anything you want
Yeah,
to
so
promote?
I have my Instagram at I am drfaith.md. Same thing with my website, I am Dr. Faith MD at .com. And then the name of the startup is called MyoViva Health. So if you want to join and follow along this journey, oh, I forgot to mention this. So part of the book is also going to be part of my podcast. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I've been recording.
Ah,
Yeah, so the Teal Mike podcast is going
mm,
to focus on fibroids, and I've gotten some pretty amazing industry leaders and fibroid influencers already. So I've been recording over the last 3 weeks. So that's going to be a source for women with fibroids. When they purchase the books, they want to learn more and things of that nature. So when
yes.
you asked about the 12 months, that should be at birth as well. So
Yes, girl. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, make sure you drop the link in the chat if you
Okay.
haven't already. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Faith. The next
Thank
person we're
you.
going to call up is someone who is the person, speaking of birth, this is the person who actually birthed me into the world. We in our community we call her Coach Julia, Mama Jewel. She is a multiple time author. She did not just write one book or two books or three books. Now she's on her fourth book. She is so incredible and amazing. And I just love her so much. She always is like, I don't want to talk long, I don't want to be in the spotlight, but I got to spotlight her. I just honor you. I love you so much. Thank you for helping pour into all of the authors. She does so much behind the scenes. And she also just released actually, she released 3 books this year. I'm gonna let her talk about them briefly, and I'm gonna hand it over to you. Just tell us a little bit about anything you want to share about your books, and I just love you so much.
Love you too, baby doll. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here, everybody. It's interesting because I'm on both sides. I'm helping you all, in a sense that I'm doing this. This is my full-time job to help the authors as we support you writing your books and getting published. And then on the other flip side, I'm writing my own with Dr. Jasmine as my coach as well, and a wonderful coach she is. I know you all would agree. She's very strict and she really pushes you to your limits. But anyway, I'm so excited to be here and very, very proud of everybody. I have probably read everybody's manuscript at some point or another, like in the back end where we're processing things and pushing things through. And listen, we're going to really make an impact in this world, each and every one of you. I stay in the background a lot, but I keep up with what's going on. So kudos to everybody. I'm excited about all the books that I've written and the books that I still have yet to birth. I do believe that everything we have experienced in life, everything that we have overcome, everything that we have learned, every hard thing that we pushed through, everything that we survived becomes a part of your purpose. You went through it and you made it through and you survived because you're supposed to help someone else. So everybody that knows me knows that I'm a woman of faith. And so this book that I'll speak about tonight, the one that I'm actively pursuing, oops, I lost my picture, doing work with, is my book, The Choir in the Mirror. Hopefully the words aren't backwards. They are for me.
It looks good. No, it looks good.
Right. The words are backwards. Okay. And it's companion workbook. So I have a book and a workbook, and very, very quick story. When I was a child, probably 6, 7 years old, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that, years old, I would stand in front of the mirror. It was a mirror hanging on the back of my parents' bedroom door. And I would just start directing my imaginary choir. It was a very serious hobby of mine. And I taught music in that mirror. I had a choir. I could hear them singing. And partly because I grew up in a home with music. My mom was the pianist for the church. My dad was the pastor. I was surrounded with music in the home and in the church. And when we would go to choir rehearsals when my mom would drag me and my sister to choir rehearsal, and we listened to them practice, the grown-ups, we were learning all the songs, right? Anyway, so I would direct my choir in the mirror. Well, fast forward to when I was 15 years old, singing in a teen choir. The choir director made an announcement one day that she and the other director would be leaving us, the teen choir, and moving on to the adult choir. And I was just devastated. I was so upset. I said, who will direct our choir? And that same person, she looked at me and she said, you can. Now, she didn't know that probably for 5 years at least, I had a hobby of practicing in the mirror. So where I'm going with this story is this, and those of you that are spiritual will understand when I say that when God plants a seed inside of you, it could be at a very young age, and you don't know what he's planting and what he's building, what he's growing and developing in you. I was devastated in the natural that we're not going to have a choir director. And I was really mad at her. And she said, well, you could do it. And I didn't think I had it in me. But soon after, the Lord showed me that, well, you've been practicing for some years. That choir in the mirror is now going to become a reality. And so I started directing choirs at the age of 15. I'm now 63 years old. In the past 5 years, I would say, God has been moving me to a place of showing me that I need to start building up music ministries, teaching others, training others. So since over the past 5 years, I've trained directors, I've held music workshops, done retreats and conferences, and now written a book and a workbook to support music ministries, to help them thrive, to just be an encouragement. And my training materials include, themes that cover, a wide variety of things, harmonizing, blending, not just musically, but spiritually, worship and praise, balance and alignment, all the stuff that goes into committing yourself to a ministry so that you can thrive. So I'm very excited about the conferences that I'm doing. My hope and my desire is to travel as much as I can to visit music ministries. We've got one coming up in about 8 weeks. I'm in the 8-week countdown in Milwaukee, where we're going to be holding a 2-day conference, all Friday evening worship, all day Saturday breakout sessions, training, music, just a lot of fun and fellowship, and then preparing. And it's going to end in a big concert Saturday night. So that's kind of stuff I'm doing. I hope to get my books and my workbooks into the hands of music ministries across this world. And so I've already had a couple bulk book orders, not the 1,500 like that other guy did, but I want
That's
to know the
okay. We
church.
start
I want to know the name
somewhere.
of that church
We
because I
start
need to send them my
somewhere.
flyer. If you know any churches or any music ministries that could be encouraged by a book, workbook, or training, I do training in person or virtual. That is what I am interested in right now. So anyway, thank you for that, for the time to share that.
Yes, yes. And what advice would you say for people who are in here thinking about writing a book, nervous, and you work with so many authors? You've personally helped, well, all the 400 authors that we've helped over the years. You've played such a big role, but what would be your advice and words of love to the people who are in here, maybe supporting somebody else, but they have a book inside of them? What would you say? Or to anybody?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, and you know that I'm a very strong advocate for making the most of the moments that you are given in life. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised, but you have this moment. And we have personally lived the experience of knowing that a moment can be gone in a minute. Those of you that know our story, my son died in his sleep. We have authors that we have mentored that we've heard, what? They passed away? What? They died? What? They didn't, nothing is promised. So, what I would say to somebody that is pregnant with books is please do give birth to those books. Because when we all have an expiration date, and we're not, talking about that so much as, but the reality is that there's a whole lot of gravestones with the woulda, coulda, shoulda inscription. And you don't want that to be you. You all have heard the story about that I tell. I won't tell the whole story because it would take too long. But when the preacher that eulogized my father said that he had died empty, I didn't understand until he made it clear that because my dad had poured out everything that had been placed inside of him to share with others. He was a wonderful pastor. And after he had poured everything out, that's what he meant by then he had emptied himself. And only then was he, called home to be with the Lord. And in that time and in that moment, I think that was a very big aha moment for me as I was looking over my life. And I declared that day, and I still live it to this day, that I want to live my life so that when I go, whenever that is, that I go empty. I don't want to carry anything that I was supposed to share with somebody else. So that's what I would say to someone. A lot of people have excuses, and we can't do anything about it. When a person says, I've been writing for all these years, I want to do this, I'm going to write my book. And then we extend the hand to them. Well, come on, then partner with us. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, well, so we just know that, when you know that you are ready and that it is time to push a baby out, when your water has broken, it's time to push, or you might have a stillborn, and that would be tragic. And so that's how I kind of use that metaphor. And there's a lot of stillborn books that unfortunately will never get out. Don't let it be you.
Okay. Well, let's give some love to Mama Jewel, Coach Julia in the chat, and drop your link, please. I
Oh,
believe
it's just
it's,
my name. I'll put
yep,
it in the
that,
link. I think the easiest way is to just go to my website because my books come up first. And then there's a link that you could click on.
drop
I'll
that
put I'll
link.
put it in there because my name is often misspelled. Where's the chat? Oh, here it is.
All right. Well,
And
drop that.
I'm gonna probably log off in a few minutes and
Yes.
go pick up my granddaughter. So that's the only reason why I might pick it up in the car. But thank you so much. Here it's just www.juliasaffold.com. That's
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Perfect. We see it.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Well, give some love to Mama Jewel. Make sure to connect with her. She's amazing. And for the people who say that they want to write their own books, you're interested in working with our team to help you get your book out by the end of the year, in the next couple weeks, we can get it done. And Coach Julia is somebody who you get to work with as well. So she is so amazing. So now what we are going to do, we're going to bring back up Mario. We're going to bring back up Mario because we definitely want to hear from him. So let's see if I could bring Mario to the stage. I see in a wait, hold on. Wait, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. Let me bring him up to the stage here. Oh, wait a minute. We got the power couple. Look at this. We got Lanaja and we got Mario. How are you doing, Mario?
I'm doing good. I had some faulty internet where I was at, and I was trying to like tap in, but it wouldn't allow me to. So, but
Mm.
I'm here now. I had to drive home
Woo!
to do this.
That's
So,
dedication. And
I was just like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure I get on here. So,
yes, and we
um,
appreciate you for that. Hello. Who do you have with you there that's waving?
that's my son, Rain.
Hi, Rain. You know what's just the most beautiful thing and I love about you too, the fact that your children are going to be able to see mom and dad wrote a book and they are authors, and when you go on that national tour and they're coming along with you, they're going to be wanting to write their books, and you guys are just changing generations. Woo!
Man,
I'm so
that's
excited.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. Okay. Well, Mario, in your own words, can you just tell us who you are and what is your book about?
Mario A. Johnson. I have a lot of alter egos. A lot of people call me a lot of different stuff, but I'm gonna be the author today that explains who I am. I'm a collegiate basketball coach, a licensed barber. I have a degree in radio, TV, film, and with music industry business emphasis. And I run a business called No Skills Required for like I train anybody, no discrimination with basketball. Um, I got a multimedia business as well that follows my degree, and my biggest thing is I help people in a nutshell.
Yes. And I love that. And some people would look at all that and be like, "Oh my goodness, you're just doing the most." But I look at that and say, "You are a powerhouse. You are incredible." And what's beautiful is that young people that are looking up to you, when you go do your podcast, when you go speak in schools and across nations, you're going to let young people know, when people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up, you don't have to be boxed in to just one thing. And so
Right.
I'm just so excited. So tell us
Right.
about the book. How does that tie into that? Or just tell us a little bit
Yeah.
more about your book.
That was it right there. You just talked about it. No, I was just
Well,
messing
tell
with
us
you.
more.
No, that was really good. That was really good. I'll segue off that. You talked about the box. That's in my book. That's a chapter. But when you hear identity crisis, you automatically sense somebody lost. They don't know what they're doing or they don't have nothing. You know what I mean? For me, I redefine identity crisis in a good way.
Mhm.
And when you peel back all the layers, who are you? And you say
Mhm.
that to yourself, who I am, who am I? But the thing about it is, sometimes when you introduce yourself to people who don't know you, sometimes you don't even say everything you do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And sometimes you just have no choice but to say everything you do. But like even with people that know me, I have to reintroduce myself to them because I'm a guy of evolution and I'm a student of life. So I feel like with me, I pretty much pick what I want to do and what I love, and I do all of those things. Nobody judged me when I was in school handling 7 subjects a day and
Hmm.
never told me I was doing too much. But when I got older, I had to rediscover myself and pull everything out to say, hey, man, I like this more. I want to do this, and I'm gonna die in these things that I love. So my book is basically um getting rid of societal, predetermination, things that set up for you before you even come here, before you was even born. You already labeled based on your environment, whoever you hang around, you already labeled. But you really have to dig inside of you and find out who you truly are. And that's what my book is about. And it doesn't matter what anybody say about you. You know who you are. So that's really what my book is about without saying
Woo!
too much.
Yes. Yeah. Don't say too much because they need to buy it. And
Right.
tell us, how can people get a copy of the book? I saw
Yeah.
you sell a book to someone you was at a barbershop with. You're
Yeah.
out here killing it with your
Yeah.
your book sales and your pre-sales. How can
Yeah.
people get a copy of your book? Tell everybody, how can people get connected with you?
Well, directly through me. I'm like Jazz. I want to sign every book. I'm a personal person. Like I'm gonna treat it like the movies first. You're gonna get it from me. You got to get it from me first, and I might do that for about 6 months, and then I'll make sure you get it online. So for me, you got to reach out directly to me, and I'm gonna be reaching out to people too. But I will put it online, but not so soon because it's that steep for me. I want to be able to communicate with the people that support it, and I want to make it a like more memorabilia, more than just a book cover. Is going to have my signature and maybe some encouraging words to follow. So for right now, yeah, you can reach out to me on all the social media platforms, right?
Okay.
And I will love for all of y'all to help me by word of mouth too. Just put other people on to me. And spread the word, make some awareness, and that's how it's gonna be for a little bit. And I'll update everybody when I, really want to push online.
Yes. And what is your social media links or things like that? Make sure to put it in the chat as well. But what
Okay.
tell everybody your
I
social media
mean,
links.
I have a whole bunch. Facebook, you can go by Mario M.A. Johnson Johnson. It's
Okay.
simple. Instagram, I have a whole bunch of them. So my artist page is MA underscore Johnson underscore. I have my multimedia page is full effect, is full
Okay.
regular, and then effect is spelled uniquely like EFFEKK. My barber page is fades five, so fades with a Z at the end and the number five. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. And my website will be up soon too. It's just under construction. I'm trying to make it very special. So hopefully by the actual release, I'll have my website up.
Yes. Ah, I'm just so excited for y'all. And you and Lenadra had some people on here who said they knew you since you were young and little
Oh
kids
yeah.
and stuff. And it's just so beautiful to see you guys supporting each other together. Um, I wanted to see if you had any words of encouragement for people who are thinking about writing a book, a little nervous. I remember when Lenatra got you on the call and we were like, oh, we're here to talk about your book, Mario. And you were a little bit nervous to like pull the trigger and go all in. But once you finally decided to join the summer school, I can't believe we're here now. I just ordered your book and it's going to be here, I believe, Friday. And I'm holding your book in my hands very, very soon. Looking back on these last couple weeks, like, what reflections do you have and what words of encouragement would you say to other people who are like right on the edge thinking about jumping and taking the leap for their own book?
I want to go back a little bit. You talked about something when you met me, and for me, the only big thing that was in the way was prior commitments.
Mm-hmm.
Me knowing all of the things that I have, and I'm helping a lot of people, and I'm serving, and I'm like, I can't possibly do this because I'm too busy, like, but I'm gonna say this, nobody has time. You have to make it.
Mm.
And I was under miscommunication about how and when we had to like complete this rough draft.
Mm.
I was chilling. My wife left me. I had all the kids. I still was doing what I do every day. She was in Nevada, right? And I'm like, oh, I gotta write a chapter a chapter a week for 7 weeks. I'm like, this is easy. I'm gonna knock this out the park.
What you thought?
She hit me like, you been writing? I'm like, writing what? I'm good. Like I wrote my introduction, no, my preference. She's like, hey, you supposed to be writing that book. You supposed to have your draft done by next week. I'm like,
It was a chapter a day.
yeah, I was like, ain't no way. So it was like 2 days before class, and I was like, I didn't get no, I haven't been asleep since then.
We had some all-nighters.
And you know my story. I had so many revisions and I had flaws here and there. And I was like, man, if they catch a flaw, they read the book. I love them. I don't even, if y'all catch a flaw in my book, just know that I meant well by it. I was just busy trying to do this. So I say that to say, like, I had that excuse for 20 years. I've started books 20 years ago, never finished them.
Whoa.
I got intro to like 3 different books. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like working at a factory trying to write a book, and I inspired another author, like a first-time author, he quit the job and went on a book tour. He left, and we was just he was an executive I used to do like cheese curds for Culver's. Like he quit, like, and just wrote his book and went on the tour. I was like, dang, I was inspired. But like you said, it's not always about you. But I didn't just absolutely write this book for me. It's for me, for you. You
Mm.
know what I mean? And if you ever had questions about what I do, I help people, and I can pretty much learn anything I want. I'm very selective about what I do. I'm very intentional. But for you, I want you to figure out if you're stuck or you moving on, whatever you're doing in life, you'll never get clogged on something to do. You just have to dig deeper
Mm.
and never allow anybody predetermined destinations for you guide you to the wrong path. You got to listen to your inner voice. Sometimes you got to step back and pause and things of that nature. But a problem that I had was I cared about what everybody thought
Mhm.
that was around me and the older people or my peers. And I cared about how I looked doing things. But after I grew up, I grew out of that. And there's no rules, you know what I mean? There's no manual to life. So you kind of got to create your own way. And people always ask me how and why. I'm like, because it's me, it's in me. I strive and thrive for new adventures and different things. They think I'm weird. Yeah, I'm very weird. But I just love being different and being able to handle so many things and juggle so many things because I think, that's how I boost to my talent and my God-given gifts. I feel like I got to use everything that I have before I leave this earth because if I don't, then I wasted my life. You understand what I'm saying? That's how
Yes.
I treat it. And I knew for 20 years I had to write a book, but when I met you, it was like, okay, tell me about this book, blah, blah, blah. It was like 5 minutes. Oh, that's your book right there. I'm like, all I had to do was organize everything, and now I'm here. So I just say, man, just rock out with people that love you right out the gate. But them same people gonna push you. Make sure you got people that ain't yes man. Make sure like my wife pushed me. Like if it wasn't for her, I probably would still be thinking about it and watching her write her book. Like, nah, we did it at the same time. I didn't have the time, but I made the time. And
Mm.
I had people questioning me. That's why I don't tell everybody everything. Like, bro, how you like? But my wife never questioned. She's like, you got to get that book done. Cause we was at an event one time, and I'm gonna end with this. It was um one of her spotlights, and I'm helping her, and it was like 1 million books on the table. You automatically get inspired. She read all these books, and the lady was picking up the books. She was looking for my wife's book. She's like, where her book at? And she's like, matter of fact, where your book
Your
at?
book.
So I was just like, it's up. Confirmation. I just got to do it. I do everything else. I wrote all these lyrics all these years. I was like, man, I've been writing Bibles for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Layers on layers. So it wasn't, I technically wrote my book in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
Once you
that's,
have the right system, you can get it
yeah,
done.
it was very helpful. And I didn't feel all over the place because I was like, where do I start? You know, but you helped me. And I appreciate you for dealing with my struggles and just being like having a genius level of patience and being able to just like, no, it's okay. Like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. But you like, no, you can do it again. Do it again. I'm like, who is this lady? Like, but I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And it's still not real to me because I gotta touch it.
Yeah.
You understand? Like
And when is your book arriving in the mail?
tomorrow, I'm at the door every second, hopefully they deliver it earlier. But the anticipation is built for other people too, because everybody that sit in my barber chair, I tell them about the book, and I've sold like 7 books.
Yes. And it's not, you don't even got the book in your hand yet. You already sold 7.
They believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a co-author, not a co-author, one of the authors that I helped write his book series. He's doing a national barbershop tour, and I can't put his business out there, but I will say several figures, a lot of money of sponsorships to go do his men's health barbershop tour. And so I see you guys just doing such great things in this space.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you're a barber, you can have your books, thousands of books in barbershops across the country. And you could do a barbershop tour alone. Woo, this is just really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm just so thankful for you. You can even do where like a profit share with barbershops across the country, where let's say you sell your book for $40 or however much you want to sell it for, they sell it in the shop and then they get to keep a certain percentage of every book they sell and then
Yeah.
you get it like and so it benefits them and it talks about identity. Why isn't your book in hundreds of barbershops across the country?
Yeah. Yeah, I've already started talking to libraries and stuff like
Yes.
that. And especially at my college, I was just like, I met a professor that teaches a course
Yeah.
at the college. His book, you got to purchase this book from the bookstore. So
Yep.
I'm like, how do I
You
may become a
could.
professor next. I don't know. They might throw me at an adjunct position. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I ain't trying to do all that. But anyways, but something comes from stuff like that. Like if
Yeah.
you don't expect it, but then it's like, oh, teach a class. I'm like, I'm not trying to, teach anybody.
Yes. Okay.
But
Well,
whatever.
it opened the thing that I love is we talk about a book is something that unlocks the door to all kind of possibilities. So that is just so exciting.
Yeah.
So everybody, let's give one last round of applause to Mario and Lanadra. They're going to be going on their national tour doing work together. And we love y'all so much. I'm going to have some quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple of our other co-author, or our couple of our other authors just come on stage one last time. Dr. Kristen, if you could come back, and Jazz, if you could come back. And let's see, Coach Julia is not in a spot that she could come on camera right now, but that's okay. She told us she loved us. Dr. Faith, if you could come back, Jazz, if you could come back on camera and come back on stage, that would be amazing. Dr. Kristen, you started us out after watching this wonderful celebration today. What are some of your reflections? How are you feeling? Oh, sorry. There you go.
No, because I haven't gotten everybody's book in hand, which I'm looking forward to. I'm just really excited for the future for everybody. I think one of the most powerful pieces of our summer school academy was the fact that we were encouraging and supporting each other through each part of the process, with obviously your guidance and direction and support. But I'm really excited for what's to come. And again, leaning into everybody's purpose and like having the confidence, like my story matters and my story is going to impact somebody else.
Yes. Amazing. 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 Jazz, I see you typing in the chat. Oh, here, let me try to bring you up. Okay. There you go. Thank you so much, Dr. Kristen. And Jazz, after reflecting and seeing this wonderful celebration, what are your reflections? How you feeling? We're just so proud of y'all.
Yeah, just excited to get my story out there, tell my testimony. More importantly, man, just to help people out there. I'm not doing this like solely for money or anything. Um, I didn't like, come into this situation like, trying to gain book sales or anything like that. I think for me is giving back and using my testimony to reach others. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. And hopefully, excuse me, I'm looking to support the other authors as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for everyone else.
Yes, amazing. And we haven't heard from you in a while, Lenadra. After just reflecting on our night tonight, how are you feeling, Lenadra? What words do you have to say as we wrap it up?
Man, I'm on cloud nine. Even though I don't have my physical book in hand, it was supposed to make it here yesterday, got delayed. But Dr. Jazz has hers, and she called me and FaceTimed me as she got ready to open it. So that really sent chills down my spine. I'm just super excited and more so can't wait to hear the feedback from other people and the lives that it's touched because like everybody else said on the call, it's bigger than us. It never was about me to begin with. It was about the other people who need to hear this message. So I'm just interested to see, how it's going to impact those lives, and also looking for the opportunity to be able to collaborate with some of these other amazing authors on here. We've built a relationship. Accountability is something that I've realized I need in my life through my business. I have some business partners on here and sisters and Miss Sharita and Erica who are in my business. My mom is here as well. So we're used to being accountable to each other on a daily basis within business, but to have people who I don't know
Yeah.
who's also being able to, as an author, inspire each other, encourage each other is just an amazing feeling. So again, I thank you all for being a part of my life now. And, we're going to continue to stay connected and support each other on our
Yes.
future endeavors.
Awesome. Who is your mom?
Sonia Tony. She's still at work, but she's not on camera right
Oh,
now because she's
but
working, but she's here listening. Some of my
yes,
best friends are here, and yeah,
yes.
Keisha.
Amazing. Who is Sharita Crawford?
Sharita, that's one of my aunties in
Your
business.
aunties. Let's
Yeah,
bring your auntie up here. Hey, auntie, what do you want to say to Mario and Lenadra?
she's in a mic drop.
What
Okay.
words you got to say, auntie?
Okay. First of all, they like to make music in weird places. Let me just throw their business out there. Um, they are a powerful couple. I love the way that they think. I love the way they move. Y'all know that's how when I move, you move just like that. Okay, that's what they're doing.
Yes.
They're doing it just like that. Um, I'm excited because they're young entrepreneurs
Yes.
making it happen.
Aw.
And so, from me to them, I love you.
Love
Keep
you.
going. The best is yet to come. Drop the
Yes.
mic, and the mic will echo. It'll wave the water, and the ripples will reach every person it needs to reach. Keep going. See you
Woo!
at the top.
I love you.
Yes. I
Love
like Auntie
P.
Sharita.
Yes.
Okay. And who is Erica? Who's Erica?
Erica,
I'm gonna bring
Erica's
Erica up.
also one of my sisters in business who I told her she need to connect with you and go ahead and put that book out because she got a lot inside of her as well that needs to be released.
Nice. Erica, do you have any words of love or encouragement you want to say? And anybody else on here, if you come on camera, if I see your face come on camera, I'll call you up here just to, if you have anything to say to these phenomenal authors.
I just want to tell them I'm so proud of them. First of all, the fact that Christ is first and that they're not just doing it for themselves, but they're doing it for others. And I think that as young people, a young couple modeling for their children,
Mhm.
that they're following their dreams, but first they're putting Christ first and allowing Him to lead and guide them. So I'm so proud of both of y'all. So
Yeah.
proud to be your sister. And yes, I'm going to get on my business too.
All right.
Amen. Amen.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. All right. So what I
Hold on, Doc.
oh, okay.
If I could bring one person on, it ain't got to be for us, but it's somebody that I really look up to. His name is Giorgio Martin. I hope he's available.
He was
Yeah,
just
let's see if
Oh, there he is.
there you
We
go.
have
I'm
to
gonna
challenge
go.
him. He's awesome. He's a writer too. He
that's my
wants
son's
to,
goddad.
that's my son's goddad. I met him when we first moved here. But he's awesome. He's the nicest person. I don't know. I ain't met another soul like him. His spirit.
Yes,
He's
call him
awesome.
up. Call him up.
And I want he's a writer.
Yes.
I might have beat him to the punch, but he we talked about this for years, and I just want to see what he has to say.
I appreciate everything, just for all the authors, what everybody shared, even what Dr. Jules mentioned about the unbirthed and is stillborn. That's something that stuck to me. And as all the authors are speaking, I actually visited family here in Cleveland, and I'm sitting here with a bowl of fruit behind me. And so, like all of the labors that you guys are doing, that's the fruit of your labor, and that your fruit will remain. And it's definitely inspirational. And so, definitely, I need to get on my stuff. And so, I'll be reaching out soon. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I
I
That
ain't
is
gonna
did
what you
amazing.
too.
You
told him.
said your kid's godfather.
Yeah, my son, Royce. He's my son.
Okay.
That's how close we are. We met through work, but it didn't feel like work, so we appointed him and his family to be extended parents and brothers and sisters to our son.
Great. Okay. Well, I am just so oh, okay. Let's call up one other person if you have anything to say to these wonderful authors of congratulation. We have the fabulous, amazing Dr. Bernadette. She's actually one of my co-authors. We had a book that just came out, Life is a Battle and We Will Win, and we're on a national tour together. So Dr. Bernadette's one of my co-authors. She also has several of her own books out. But what words of love do you have to say, Dr. Bernadette?
Oh my goodness. I am just so amazed. Because everything Dr. Jazz does ends with a bam. So I said graduation, I'm not missing it. And just listening to everybody's story is so unique. And I just think about impact. All as I listen to each and every one of you, I just saw impact nationally, internationally. And for the couple, the Johnson couple, wonderful. It is really a blessing to see a team work like that and with your children. I think you would be just exceptional in terms of representing us. And Dr. Jazz, I can only say thank you. Somebody said they've been writing a book for 20 years. Well, I had the ideas for more than 20. I didn't have a framework. And the day I landed on Dr. Jazz, I knew this was it. So thank you for what you've done. And I just celebrate you all. I just think, the books would do great things. Mine talk about, I don't know what you guys talked about, but I'm going for another conference as a keynote speaker because somebody handed my book to somebody in a different conference, and they brought me in as a breakout session and right there and then told me, we want you back as keynote speaker, just from the book. So one thing Dr. Jazz
Yes.
made me do and is always doing is I have a purse that can actually fit my books. So every everywhere I have sold books in places that you cannot imagine, or just giving them out to people that you cannot. I mean, just short story, let me tell you. There was last week at a Chamber of Commerce meeting, Anne Marie, the other author, that's my daughter, she had an exam the day after. And I said, let's go. We'll just be there for a short time. I put my book and her book. We get there and we met somebody who she interviewed for her book, introduced her to the president of what's that? It's Big Brothers, Big.
Mhm.
That's not, no, Boys and Girls Club, the Boys and Girls Club, which is what we wanted. And I said, What she just said about you to that person is beyond any connection that you can make or any cold email. And we gave him a copy of the book. We
Book.
didn't, we just gave him and his daughter is in 12th grade. So she just signed it over to him and we'll follow up on that.
Wow.
So,
Oh my gosh. And
and we were
that
there for
reminded me,
just 30 minutes.
your
30
book
minutes.
is your book is your new business card. So
It,
thank you so much for reminding us of that. People throw away business cards, but when you hand them a book, it is powerful. And Dr. Bernadette, speaking of books, I just want to show you guys this is the book me and Dr. Bernadette are co-author in. We're on national tour for it's wewillwintour.com. But we are on national tour for our youth empowerment book. And we're on a movement to distribute the book to 50,000 young people across the country. And Dr. Bernadette and her daughter are in the book with me as well. And so make sure that you guys support wewillwintour.com. And the book is out. Dr. Bernadette and her daughter. I want to show the picture of her and her daughter on there. I'm
right
on
there.
there. Coach Julia's on there. And here is a picture. I wanted to show you guys this when I talk about your book is your new business card. I was able to hand out books just this past weekend at a back to school event, and all of the young kids' families just loved it. But I also was able to put it in the hand of superintendents and leaders of school districts that I met, and they want to follow up for partnerships. So that is a tip for everybody here. Your book is your new business card. Your book is your key to unlock doors for some powerful, powerful, powerful impact. And then this is our sponsor information here for people to be able to help us distribute the 50,000 books. So I just wanted to share that and show you guys a picture that it is real. So thank you so much, Dr. Bernadette. One more person I have to bring up because I saw come on. It was Mama Sonia.
Can I
Let
say
me
something
see.
really quickly?
Um,
That was
oh wait, hold on. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna bring Mama Sonia up. Yeah, what was your last thing, Dr. Bernadette?
No, I was just gonna say, as they were talking and things was going through my head, I said, we all could just do a virtual conference. So it just crossed my mind. And so let's think about that.
Yes. Okay. Collaboration. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. That is huge. Collaboration is key for all of us, for all of you co-authors. I want y'all to work together. I want to work with you. I just found a government contract for it was worth over $1 million related to mental health. Like, what collaborations can we do? And even everybody watching this replay who's in here, get your books out so we can all be working together. But let me hand it over to Mama Sonia. Any words you wanted to say? I know you're busy at work and different things, but I just wanted to give you a chance to say something before we close.
Yeah, you really did put me on the spot here. First of all, I want to say, give you a very big thank you, and Kristen for, inspiring my daughter to do this. She does have a lot to offer and a lot to give, and I am so, it's kind of hard because I want to tear up, but I'm not. I am so proud of her and my son. Those two do not realize how important and how much of an impact they have on me. Just to see them love and care about so many people. And that's all I have asked is for her to give. I have done it over the years. And people always got on me. You always, reaching out to people. You always helping people. You always this and that. Not knowing that that would pour over into my daughter. And she has grabbed it. She has owned it. She has lived it. And for her to get an awesome husband that she has, Mario, and I'm stumbling over my words because that's just how excited I am. But I love them both so dearly from the bottom of my heart. Keep doing what you're doing. I have always said to myself, what have I done to be so blessed with these two individuals? But I am honored that they're part of my family. And I love the fact that you're reaching out to people. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Leave that legacy of a person that loves people and want to help people. Doing it by, being in person and doing these books is going to bring you even more closer to people. So I honor you for doing that. I'm proud of you and I love you dearly. And again, thank you, Jasmine, and thank you, Kristen.
Yes.
Love you too, Mom.
Thank you, Mama. All right. And so thank you so much for saying that this is definitely a family affair. So I have my little son. He's say hi. Hi. Say congratulations. Say it to them. They just wrote their books. Say congratulations. You don't want to say it. Say congratulations. And I bring him on here too to show us we're not doing it just for us. We are doing it for future generations. 100 years from now, we probably not going to be here. But your books, where's that book? Your books are going to still be here where your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids are going to be reading them. So for my authors on this journey, I just want to say I love y'all. I honor y'all. I'm so proud of y'all and I cannot wait to stay connected. And thank you for everybody else who came out tonight. Again, I put it in the chat. If you are interested in writing your book, writing your next book, anything, please book a time with our team. We would love to talk with you to talk about how you can get your book out. Writing a book helps you to leave a legacy. And this is why we do it. You going to read their books? You going to read it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we love you guys so much. Good night, everyone. And make sure to support these fabulous authors. Have a good night.
Bye.
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 Bye.